I would like to introduce.
Yeah.
Wiser.
Hey, everybody, Websy here, and welcome to the show. I'm on the bottom. Anyways, it's me and Bit Cloudwize, and we're going to be hanging out talking about all the cool stuff. I'm working on that white kit that you see in the background right there. That one. And then I got one of my builds hanging out in front of that for you guys to view while we're talking. Me and Bit will be working on kits and stuff as we talk. Tonight we're going to be talking about what we talked about last week. We're just going to really dig into it a little bit differently. We're going to go through and show you what the creative process is. So far, what we have laid out is a good vocal script, but we don't have a lot of descriptors on scene events and what's happening. So tonight, that's kind of what we'll be working on is scene events and what will be happening within those scene events. The reason why it's laid out the way it is so that we don't veer off of course. Everything that's written stays written, and what we'll do is we will just be filling in the gaps, adding more as long as it does not curtail or take away from what is already canonized throughout the whole thing. Because from episode 1 to episode 10 or whatever that I have made already, actually I think I have 20 episodes total made, but we've only gone through 1 through 5. With those episodes, it's all canonized, right? So it's all geared to be a specific way. Just so we're clear on that. So some things we can change within the sentences to make them sound more current or modern, but other things I want to keep certain context of those sentences need to be kept so that the continuity flows nicely through the story. All right. And other than that, we're just here. We're hanging out. Bit Cloudwize is full of locusts. So if you guys are wondering what that chatter is right now, it's because he's got a bunch of bugs flying aimlessly into his windows. All of them. It's not just one. And I bet there's a bunch of you out there that are having the same problem. So we all sympathize with you tonight as we listen to Bit Cloudwize's Bug Symphony.
Dun, 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 dun. The world or something. Should I expect a hazmat beam in by the doctor?
I promise it's not the end of the world. All right, so I'll be right back. I forgot to grab something to drink before we hit live, so I'm gonna go grab something to drink. The first thing I'll do before I run off to get a drink is initiation. Earth Federation Research Facility Simulator Room. The camera captures Riker Dragonheart Jackson, intensely focused on the simulator controls. The simulation depicts a chaotic battle scene. Riker's movements are precise, but increasingly frustrated. So that's the opening statement. Think about that, guys.
Alright, you guys, so you guys get a sneak peek at what I've gotten done so far on the repair build of my Freedom 2.0. So all what I've gotten done so far. Now I've got a panel in it and whatnot, but I've even had to repair a little bit of the head dress. Still not a piece that I need to really sand. But I've got the head left to do after I get the chest done. Then on the panel and then clip it.
Alright, so I'm thinking, what are you thinking so far? I already got a thought, but let's hear what you're thinking first.
Alright, first of all, can you reread that again?
Yeah. Initiation. Earth Federation Research Facility Simulator Room. The camera captures Riker Dragonheart Jackson, intensely focused on simulator controls. The simulation depicts a chaotic battle scene. Riker's movements are precise but increasingly frustrated.
Well, I would have him doing like all the movement. Have the camera trained where all the movements that he is doing within the cockpit are kind of matching up with the robot. Depending on what type of cockpit system you're going to use. Are you going to use like something like G Gundam or is it more like Seed?
It is going to be more like it's going to be definitely like not G Gundam, but it's going to be like Universal Century, Wing Gundam, and Seed, where they're in cockpits. Okay, so that's definitely going to be themed part of what the theme is and everything. Like all Gundams have cockpits, right? In a sense, except for mobile doll types. So here we are, battle scene. I'm typing it in.
Well, you could to start off with, you could kind of zoom in right through the controls where it's showing him as he's in the simulator cockpit.
Okay, battle scene.
To start off with, and have him start doing it. Have it go back and forth between the simulation, what the robot looks like in it, back into the cockpit.
We could do like something like battle scene simulator. So off of this, what we would see. Okay, so the visual effect or the visual we're looking for is we're going to describe. We want to say a mobile suit. The opposition's mobile suit looks like
Standard grunt, ace grunt type. You know, or it could be the person he's had trouble fighting this entire time. Like the arch rival on the other side.
Okay, so opposition mobile suit looks like a standard mass prod. Mass production. But I'm gonna call them mass prods. That could also be one of the names of them too. Like we call them like a slur for the Gundam in the Gundam community, mass prods. Anyways, the mass production units with color variants for command levels. With command levels. Alright. Command levels. And what would cause Riker to become more and more increasingly frustrated? How could we draw that scene out? What would be that part of the scene?
He's having trouble locking onto a target. It's evading his fire.
Target, you want them to be evasive. You don't want them to be like hydras, where one gets taken out and two replace it or something. Or
well, you can do it where it like at certain points it bursts off into like several different variants, and then come back together at one point, and then he locks on and it teleports over to the other side. It'd be kind of like multi after image effects, and then it would come back and they would all pull them back together into the one suit.
That's kind of fast. I don't know about that. After image inside of a mecha like that could possibly be damaging to the body.
I'm talking about the enemy mobile suit doing that.
Well, there's still humans in them, aren't there?
Well, yeah, but this is a simulation.
Right, but even a simulation should be simulating reality. You wouldn't have hyper speed like that.
It wouldn't really be hyper speed anyways. It could be energy displacement on a quantum level.
Wasn't after image more like a faster than light motion?
Kind of, yes, but it's also more like matter manipulation.
Okay. I mean, depending on where you draw this from, which anime universe you draw the term from, I guess could also change that as well. Because like
You could,
after image in like say the most common version is Dragon Ball. After image from them, there it is faster than light travel. As to where like if you use the after image, which creates like a jutsu technique for like Naruto, where he creates clone jutsu, and stuff like that. It's a little bit different. It's not necessarily faster than light travel there. It's just it is matter manipulation in that sense for that one. So there's those options. I was liking what you were first saying is like the movement or the targeting system can't keep up with the motion of.
it would be kind of like Trans Am too, in a way.
There's no Trans Am mode at this early in the game, bro. We're 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 having a pilot training in a standard style mobile suit right now. So we're not nothing special. This is episode 1. Nothing special is going on. Don't get too ahead of yourself. All that special stuff comes in like episode 10. So we gotta keep going on. So
He keeps
so
blocking the shot or of deploying offensive. He goes on the offensive from time to time and avoids attacks. The player deploys chaff, anti-guidance systems, things like that. You could be avoiding lock-on by multiple fashions.
there we go. I like what you just said. You just brought it up. They keep deploying chaffs. Why won't they run out? Okay.
Now what type? Now we just need like, is it anti-beam chaff? Is it anti-optical flash?
I'm gonna say it's anti-tracer or anti-heat signature chaff because that's what most lock-on technologies are, aren't they? They're mostly heat signature infrared. So you would
Well,
want one of those.
infrared, heat seeker. There's also like in Iron-Blooded Orphans, they can track you by your AHAB reactor.
Yeah. Well, so right, we haven't. This is why one of the reasons why I have you as my secondary mind on this is because I need your help with like what we're going to be using for munitions for even in training. We need to understand these munitions and what we're doing. And I know you understand them within the Gundam world way better than I do. I understand what they are. I get what a pulse rifle or a plasma rifle or a beam rifle. I get their differences. It's just you know more of when it would be appropriate to use one of those or which one's appropriate to use in those situations. Me, on the other hand, I'm kind of clueless. I'm like, Hiro Yuli, beam rifle. Bunker buster, we're done. We don't need to choose. This one has nuclear power. Okay. Like that's how it goes.
Right off the rip. God dang it.
Yeah, I know, right? So all right, so let's reread through what I got real quick so we can push on to the next section. So everybody else that's watching can also catch into initial Earth Federation Research Facility Simulator Room. The camera captures Riker Dragonheart Jackson intensely focused on the simulator controls. The simulation depicts a chaotic battle scene. Riker's movements are precise but increasingly frustrated. The battle scene simulator. Opposition mobile suits look like a standard mass production with color variants with command levels. The enemy mobile suits keep deploying chaff and seem to never run out. So that's what I've got for that scene. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We're still in Act 1.
Or anything, not too,
Yeah, just it gives a little more into what's causing Riker to have the initial narration. That's all we're really doing now. Okay, so then we're gonna read some conversation, and we're going to add into the conversation, or we're going to embellish or make it better, and then we're also going to add character disguise. We're going to start deciding what these characters look like. Okay, so Riker gritting his teeth and frustrated. I'm thinking Riker should be sandy blonde with brown eyes. I don't think we should go the blonde-haired, blue eyes route with him as him being like one of the lead characters. We should definitely switch it up and give him an underdog type look. What do you think about that?
That I can see, yeah.
So, we will type in. Oh yeah, let's see. We'll use this one.
So,
We'll use
what would
this one.
the year, like, as far as Earth years, what would the Earth, like, what year would it be on Earth in this time frame?
Okay, so I'm not exactly sure
Like,
when it
just so
is,
I can
but
get,
okay,
you don't have to go
so
with Earth dates. I just need to
no,
know about what level of technology I can come up
so I want this. Like I was thinking, this is gonna be post everything. This is gonna be post everything, post MAFD, post everything, post X, post 97, post everything. I want everybody to be clear. This is gonna be. They've gone years without Gundams. They've gone years without Gundams. Okay, so that's what I want it to be, kind of, and what I'm kind of like looking it up to. Change my window. What? I can't change my window. Why don't you change your window, Brian? I got my stuff in landscape mode. If I change it anywhere, like you're not supposed to see my face. Whose screen do you want to see better? Because I want to be able to see your comments on here. So that's where we are. All right. So Riker looking brownish blonde hair, brown eyes. How tall are we going to go for him? Do we want to give him a height yet? Do we want to make it mysterious how big he is?
Let's keep it mysterious on some of it so we can come up with a little bit.
Here, we'll just say he's got a charismatic stature to him then?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay. With a charismatic A-R-I-S Alright. Now, so yeah, Riker gritting his teeth, frustrated. A brownish blonde hair, brown eyes, charismatic stature. Come on. I know I can push this thing harder. I don't really know what accent he's going to have, so that's another thing. What kind of accent do we want people to understand or have an inflection on? Do we want like a West Coast? Do we want a Midwest? Do we want an East Coast? Is he going to pocket Midwest? Okay, Midwest accent. Okay, what are we looking at? Southern Midwest, or are we looking at Northern? Oh yeah, you betcha. Northern.
No.
Not Northern? Okay, no. Inner city. All right, inner city Midwest. I got you. Okay, so we'll do that too. In Midwest, inner city.
Kansas City.
Inner, not Kansas. Inner, like Minneapolis, Chicago.
Like hub cities.
Big cities, hubs. Yeah, whatever you want to call them. I call them inner cities because they have downtowns. Inner city, Midwest.
When I hear inner city, I automatically think of something else.
Okay, well, over by you is what, Indianapolis? That's a big city. I mean, I'm saying it's by you, but it's like the big city in your state.
Yeah, that is true.
So, all right. So, statue, inner city, Midwest, accent, ACC. Okay. Bam! Alright, so we got that. Alright, Dr. Sophia Patel enters. Alright, so we're going to fill that one in now. I'm using like these box dividers and stuff. And we're just typing in these box dividers to make sure that we can see what's been added and stuff later on.
Good idea.
Right. So that's where we're at right now. So Dr. Sophia Patel, what do we want to make this person look like? I'm
Make your
thinking
athletic build.
you want to do an athletic build. Now, to give you a rundown, this person is a scientist that's heavily dedicated to her work and is very hands-on in the process.
Slender, thin build. Glasses, messy hair.
Short ponytail.
Nerdy office look to her.
Oh, nerdy office look. That's so fun. Okay.
Hold on, I've got to go.
You got to go?
Yeah.
Aha.
Later,
Okay.
dude.
All right, man. That's all right. We're good. I got to do a commercial real quick and talk to those peoples. All right. So we'll get back to this. We'll do more of this on the next live when you come in. And don't worry, I'm going to be going through it. I can just do another read through on some of this with everybody who's watching. Maybe they can give me some pointers. You have a good night, Bit. I know. Like, make it bigger. I don't really want to show you what's in my background. I'm just here talking. To be honest, I would rather do this and give you the full screen. Not really working on anything, but that is kind of on hand tonight. So we are talking about this. I had an AI help me flush out an idea because I was like, you know what, I'm sick of being let down by other people's ideas. So I want to just see what one of my ideas comes out to look like, and this is kind of it. So I'll read it to you guys, and you guys can tell me what you think. Episode 1: Awakening the Draconics. Act 1: Enter Earth Federation Research Facility Simulator Room. The camera captures Riker Dragonheart Jackson, intensely focused on the simulator controls. The simulation depicts a chaotic battle scene. Riker's movements are precise but increasingly frustrated. In the battle scene simulator, the opposition mobile suits look like standard mass production types, Zaku's and GMs and things like such, with color variants to suggest command levels. The enemy mobile suits keep deploying chaffs and seem to never run out of them. Riker, gritting his teeth and frustrated, a brownish blonde-haired guy with brown eyes and a charismatic stature and an inner-city Midwest accent. Come on. I know I can push this thing harder. Sophia Patel enters, a nerdy office-looking doctor with a heavy knack for the mechanical side of things. Watching Riker with a thoughtful expression, Dr. Patel, softly with a hint of concern, Riker, I've seen you in action. You're pushing these simulators to their limits. But there's only so much they can do. Riker, glancing over his shoulder, annoyed. That's the problem. We're always on the edge, but never quite there. I need something more. Something that can really make a difference. This is where I want to add an insert real quick. Hold on, because this is I gotta have. And makes rapid hand motions in the simulator. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a slow typer, but I'm still trying to get it done. All right. And then Dr. Patel, pulling out a data pad, trying to shift the mood. What if I told you there's something in development that could exceed all your expectations? I don't know, she says this with a quirky smile, but a little bit of a mystery behind it, or something like that. Riker, raising an eyebrow, intrigued. Something new. What is it? Dr. Patel. Mystified smile. See, that's what I was talking about. It says so in the next sentence. So I was like, maybe we'll. Let's just say it's not just about technology. It's about tapping into something legendary. Oh yeah, legendary, right? The emotion of the act. Riker is driven by frustration and a deep desire to prove himself. Dr. Patel aims to spark curiosity and hope as the scene trails out. And then we're going to move into Act 2. This is, I believe, where we're at. So Act 2, let's get this fully on the screen. And, we'll go through and just read this one. I won't do any edits to Act 2 since Bit's not here with me, and I really want him to be focused as a member for that. So the camera reveals a massive hangar with the Gundam Draconix partially covered. Riker's eyes widen as Dr. Patel unveils the rest of the suit. The atmosphere is changed with anticipation. Or charged, not changed. Charged with anticipation. I'm horrible sometimes at reading. Riker, awestruck. This is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Dr. Patel, with a sense of accomplishment behind her words, this is the Gundam Draconix. It's our most advanced project, designed to channel the strength and agility of mythological dragons. Riker, skeptical yet fascinated. Mythological dragons? You sure you're saying this suit is more than just a machine? Dr. Patel, with conviction in her words. Exactly. We're intrigued. We've integrated technology that mimics the mythical. It's more than a weapon. It's a symbol of power and heritage. And we believe you're the perfect pilot for it. Riker, cautiously optimistic. Really think I'm ready for this? Dr. Patel, encouragingly. I do. Your skills and your passion for the legends make you the ideal candidate. The Draconix needs someone who understands its essence, not just its mechanics. The emotion of the scene. Dr. Patel aims to reassure Riker, appealing to his sense of purpose and to his destiny. Riker is a mix of skepticism and hope. The scene trails off. Next scene. Earth Federation Research Facility, the Draconix cockpit. Riker steps into the cockpit, visibly excited but nervous. Oh, hey, hold on. Real quick, before we go any further, you guys, I gotta tell you about this, over here. Yeah. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? If you guys head on over to ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com, use that discount code WebCOfficial for a discount code of 10% off purchase $25 or more. Head on over there and check them out. My buddy Scott, he's over there. He's the owner of ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com, and he will make sure your package gets to you on time and with care. So head on over there, check it out. They do RC cars, diorama supplies, models, planes, trains, gunpla, and anything in between. So head on over to Clarksville Hobby Depot and check them out. Okay, now we're back into the reading. All right, Riker muttering on his voice. Riker steps into the cockpit, visibly excited but nervous. The cockpit lights up with an eerie, dragon-like glow. Riker takes a deep breath, trying to steady himself. Riker, muttering awe in his voice. This is really happening. He initiates the power sequence. The Draconix wings unfurl with powerful mechanical sound, and the suit hums to life. Dr. Patel chimes in through the comms, soothingly. Take your time, Riker. Feel the connection. It's a unique bond between you and the Draconix that you're looking for. Riker, focused, determined. Got it. Preparing for takeoff. Dr. Patel, alert through comms. Here we go. Preparing for takeoff. Right. Riker lifts off, maneuvering the Draconix with initial hesitation, but growing confidence. Suddenly, alarms blare, signaling an enemy attack nearby. Dr. Patel gives him an alert through the comms. Riker, we've detected some enemy mobile suits closing in. Stay sharp. Riker, determined, understood. Engaging them now. Emotion. Riker feels a surge of exhilaration and pressure as he pilots the Draconix for the first time. Dr. Patel is both anxious and hopeful. So as you can see, there's a whole lot we got to fill in this section right here. Like that, it just, yes, the wording is there and it's set up for the scene. but there's some things we got to put in there, right? So that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about. So we'll make note and we'll come back. All right. So the next scene. So it just fades off into the scene. And in the next scene, the mountain airspace Dragonix test flight. The Draconix is engaged in a fierce battle. Riker struggles initially, but gradually begins to master the suit's capabilities. The sky is filled with chaos. Riker, shouting over the comms with fierce determination, "I'm activating the Dragon's Breath!" The Draconix unleashes a devastating energy beam. The enemy suits are obliterated in a dramatic display. The immediate threat has been neutralized. There's a bunch of information we gotta put right there, too. We're gonna keep on going, though. Dr. Patel through the comms, amazed with relief. "Riker, that was extraordinary! You've tapped into the Draconix's full potential." Riker, breathless and exhilarated. "It's incredible. I feel like I'm part of it. Like we're one." The camera pans to Dr. Patel, who looks with a mix of pride and relief. Reflective through comms, "This is just the beginning. The Draconix is a powerful tool, but it's the journey ahead that will define its legacy." Riker, resolute as he lands the Draconix, "I'm ready for it. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together." The camera pans out, showing the Draconix flying majestically against the setting sun. Emotions. Riker's exhilaration transforms into a deep sense of purpose. Dr. Patel is hopeful about the future, seeing the Draconix as a beacon of their efforts. So that is almost the end of the first episode. Extension, Earth Federation Research Facility, evening. Riker returns to the base, greeted by a mix of awe and respect from the facility staff. His successful test flight and battle have established him as a key figure in the Draconix project. Dr. Patel to Riker with a warm smile, "You did well today, but remember, the real challenge is ahead. The Gundam Grand Prix is just around the corner, and you'll face rivals who are as skilled as you are, and they are also driven." Riker, nodding determined, "I understand. I'm ready for whatever comes next." As Riker prepares for the upcoming competition, we catch glimpses of his rivals. Victor Vex, the cocky pilot from Vex Industries, who dominates local tournaments with his exceptional skills. Luna Lynx Lee, the mysterious and agile pilot from Novatech, who escapes a troubled past through her Gundam training. Axel Ace Anderson, the charismatic pilot from Aurora Innovations, seeking to redeem his family's name after a past scandal. The camera fades out, setting the stage for an intense and exciting battles to come in the Gundam Grand Prix on Gundam Draconix. So that's the end of episode 1. So it was like a preview to the next episode right there. Episode 2. Alright, anybody got any ideas? Got anything to add? I see there's quite a few of you still hanging in there. You guys are very glued to this. So we will, like I said, it will definitely be a big game changer in helping us with a lot of those edits. And like I said, there's gonna be gaps in the story until we get those filled in and have these times where we do that. And let's see, in Act 1, Episode 2, Rivals and Revelations. Act 1, Initial. Riker's childhood home, living room. The scene opens with a young Riker, around the age of 8. He's busting into the room with wide-eyed excitement. The room has his mom and other people in it. Riker, young, excited, eyes sparkling. Mom, I saw something!" Mother, concerned, setting aside her work as others look up. "What is it, Riker? What did you see?" Riker, young, innocently, pointing upwards. "A big, shiny dragon in the sky. It was so bright and beautiful." The mother looks worried, but tries to comfort him. The scene fades to a laboratory, where a young Riker sits with Dr. Patel. Initialize. Laboratory. Daytime. Dr. Patel, calmly explaining. "Riker, what you saw was a manifestation of your abilities. You're a new type, a person with advanced psychic abilities." Riker, still young, scared and voice trembling. "What's happening to me? Why am I different?" Dr. Patel, reassuringly placing a hand on his shoulders. It's all right. We're here to help you understand and control your powers. You're not alone in this. Emotion. The flashback reflects Riker's early awe and fear, setting up his journey of understanding and mystery over his abilities. Dr. Patel's reassurance is meant to instill a sense of safety and hope. That's like the opening to the show for the second episode. Pretty good. All right. Scene 2, initialize. GGP opening ceremony, main stage. The scene transitions to a grand stage with a futuristic backdrop. An announcer stands at a podium, excitement palpable. It means the crowd and everybody's ready. We're all ready. The announcer, enthusiastically. Welcome to the Gundam Grand Prix, where the best pilots come to prove their mettle. Something like that from one of those Avatar films where they talk like that. I love that. The camera shifts to Riker, Victor, Luna, and Axel standing together. Victor, with a smug grin, eyes Riker with a mix of arrogance and challenge. Victor, smirking and taunting. Well, 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 look what we have here. The legendary Riker Jackson, gracing us with his presence. Riker, confidently meeting Victor's gaze. Victor Vex, heard a lot about you too. Let's see if you live up to the hype. Luna, mysteriously stepping in. Let's focus on the tournament, shall we? Axel, charismatically with a grin. Agreed. May the best pilot win. Emotion. The tension is high as Riker and his rivals size each other up, setting the stage for a competitive rivalry and personal stakes. Initial GGP arena. Match arena. Match arena. The arena is a high-tech battleground. Riker faces Luna in their first match. Both pilots are in their Gundams, ready for battle. Riker, focused with determination. I won't hold back. Luna, smiling with a playful challenge. I wouldn't have it any other way. The battle showcases both pilots' skills with a series of dynamic maneuvers and strategic moves. Flashback to Riker's intense training with Dr. Patel, highlighting his preparation for the GGP. So, like, we would see a bunch of different things where, like, Riker's being given a diet. He's like where it powers his brain to have better active reflexes with his sensories and stuff. Just stuff like that, where Riker's getting timing training for locking on and executing. Just stuff like that. Like, those would be really cool things to add to that. So maybe we'll talk about that with that later. And then, so yeah, the arena is high tech. Flashback, initial training room flashback. Dr. Patel pushing Riker with intensity. You can do better, Riker. You need to push your limits. So this must be, like at the early parts of his training too. Riker, determined through gritted teeth. I won't give up. I'll master this no matter what. Emotion. The training flashback underscores Riker's relentless drive and his rigorous preparation that shapes his confidence. The match with Luna contrasts this hard-earned skill against a real challenge. Alright. Initial post-match arena. GGP arena. After a fierce battle, Riker and Luna stand, exhausted but respectfully. Riker looks impressed, while Luna's demeanor suggests there's more to her than meets the eye. Riker, impressed, catching his breath. You're a tough opponent, Luna. I didn't expect any less. Luna, smiling warmly and with a hint of mystery. Likewise, Riker, but remember, there's more to me than you've seen. Victor steps in, sneering with a mix of disdain and confidence. Challenging tone to his voice. You think you can beat me, Riker? Don't get too comfortable. I'll crush you when the time comes. Dr. Patel, concerned through the comms. Riker, be cautious. There's more at stake than just winning this tournament. We need to be prepared for what's coming. Riker nods, his face set with resolve as he surveys his rivals and allies. Riker, determined, resolute. Understood. I'm ready for whatever comes next. We'll face it together. The episode ends with Riker standing tall, surrounded by his competitors and allies. The weight of the future challenges clear in his expressions. Emotion. The post-match dialogue reveals character depth and foreshadows future conflicts. Riker's determination contrasts with the underlying tension from Victor and the caution from Dr. Patel. All right. We're at episode 3. I think we're just going to get through episode 3 here, and then I'm probably going to call it a night, you guys. So, episode 3, Shadows and Showdowns. Initiate. Training facility. Simulation room. Flashback. The scene opens with young Riker struggling inside a high-tech simulator. Lights flicker as he grapples with the controls. Riker, young, struggling and panicked. I can't control it. It's too much. Dr. Patel, calmly trying to maintain Riker's focus. Riker, you need to focus. Believe in your abilities. You can do this. The scene cuts to the present day, where Riker is in the GGP arena preparing for his second match. His face is set with determination. Initiate GGP arena, daytime. Riker, determined, gritted his teeth. I won't lose this time. Not after everything we've worked for. Opponent, arrogantly, with dismissive tone. You're no match for me, Riker. Just give up now. Emotion. Riker's past struggles contrast with his present resolve. The opponent's arrogance heightens the tensions. Act 2. Initiate. GGP Arena, second match. Victor and Axel are in the middle of an intense match. The arena is alive with the sounds of combat. Victor, tauntingly with a smirk. You're just a relic of the past, Anderson. It's my time to shine. Axel, angrily gripping his controls. Shut up, Vex. I've still got plenty of fight left in me. The battle intensifies, with both pilots showcasing their advanced skills and strategic maneuvers. Emotion. The heated exchange between Victor and Axel adds to the mounting tensions, illustrating the stakes of their rivalry. And we would trail out with Riker finishing off. In this one it would be, I can't remember who wins this one. We'll go forward and we'll figure it out. But once we figure out who wins that one, then it's like, in succession, we would say like so and so. The scene shows so and so finishing off the battle, and blah blah blah. Initial GGP backstage, Luna's area or hangar, or where her Gundam Bay is. Whatever, we haven't really come up with a name for it yet. I like hangar, but Gundam Bay also works, but that's kind of close to Eva Bay. I'm not sure. But anyways, we'll think about that. All right, Luna stands off to the side, looking contemplative. Riker approaches, curiosity evident in his expression. Curiously trying to understand. In his voice, he's got like question, but he's trying to understand. Luna, you've been secretive about your reasons for participating. What's really going on? Luna, cryptically with a mysterious smile, I have my reasons for participating in the GGP, but it's no time to reveal them yet. Riker, pressing, seeking answers. But what are you planning? You just can't keep us in the dark. Luna, smiling enigmatically. All in due time, Riker. Some things are better left unveiled at the right moment. Emotion. Luna's cryptic response adds an air of mystery, hinting at deeper motivations and potential secrets. Act 4. Initiate GGP Arena semifinals. Riker and Victor are in the midst of a fierce battle, each maneuvering with precision. The crowd roars with excitement. Riker, focused, determined. Let's end this. Victor, I'm not backing down. Victor, sneering with confidence. You're no match for me, Riker. Prepare to be crushed. As the battle reaches its peak, the arena is suddenly thrown into chaos as a massive unknown Gundam appears. The crowd gasps. Unknown Gundam, menacingly and with authority over its megaphone. Enough! Riker, awed, eyes wide in disbelief. What is that? Victor, angrily shouting, Who dares interrupt this GGP? The unknown Gundam, interrupting him, revealing the main antagonist with a commanding presence. I am Archon Xandros, and I will show you true power. The scene ends with the pilots and audience stunned by Archon's dramatic entrance, setting up a large conflict. Emotion. The sudden appearance of Archon shifts the focus from personal rivalries to a greater threat. leaving everyone shocked and intrigued. So yeah, I think we got. Kind of went through that one kind of fast, guys. But I think that's like going to be the end of this. We'll be visiting this for quite a while on the podcast and talking about this. Along with that, I'll be working on different projects and stuff and showcasing those throughout the time periods. But until then, we're going to say it's been great hanging out. Before we get out of here, I want to remind you one more time to head on over to ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com and use that discount code WebCOfficial. That's WebC with the dash between the B and the C, like I spelled it on screen, official, for a discount code of 10% off for a $25 purchase or more. So head on over to Clarksville Hobby Depot, get that discount code, use it. It lets them know I sent you, and we'll all have a great time building our favorite hobby models. Until next time.